Well, hello, my students. We're going to spend, 3-4 weeks on conics. We'll see how long it takes. I might cut it down a little bit just because I want to make sure we have enough time for trigonometry and other things. But notice the difference between this and a V-shaped graph. Let's pause a minute. I plan to have a test Thursday or Friday. Of course, it does depend on the weather if we have school Thursday and Friday, but we'll see. And it's going to be solving fractional equations, the 5 formulas, and it looks like domain and zero, and I might have one V-shaped graph. So I highly recommend you look at the previous videos. Some of you didn't look at the videos last week, and you're going to be hurt. I warned you. But this is called a parabola. It's U-looking. And we're going to spend at least this week on it, if not part of next. So the first thing I want you to find is the VOA. Do you know the VOA? And that's the vertex. How does it open? And the axis of symmetry. And it's exactly same as a V-shaped graph. The vertex is HK, opens is based on your A, so if A is positive, it opens up. If A is negative, it opens down. Now we're going to start off spending just on the X being squared, which is up or down. If Y is squared and X is not, then it opens left and right. I don't know if we'll have time this year to do that or not. So if it opens up or down, the axis is X equals H. So the VOA for this problem would be 1, 4. It opens down, and the axis is X equals 1. So, I guess I should have had this already drawn, but I didn't. So 1, 4 is right here. It opens down, and the axis I'm going to draw on because we're going to use it. Okay. Now, with the parabola, I have you find the X-Intercept and the Y-Intercept. Now, do you remember how to find the X and Y-Intercept? We spent time on this first quarter. The X-Intercept, you put 0 in for Y, and solve. For the Y-intercept, you put 0 in for X. And solve. So, X-intercept. Now, for the X-intercept, you're either going to have 2 of them, you're going to have one where the vertex is right on, or you're going to have none if it opens below or opens above. So you're going to have 2, 1, or 0 of them. Oops. Now for the Y-intercept, you will always have 1 if it opens up or down. Yeah, I don't like. We're going to fix that. I like that way better. So X-intercept for this problem, Y minus 4 equals negative X minus 1 squared. I put 0 in for Y, so I'd have minus 4 equals negative X minus 1 squared. Now, before I take the square root, I want to get rid of my A, so I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1. So then if you remember, we square root both sides. So this would be plus or minus 2 equals X minus 1. So add 1. It'd be 1 plus or minus 2, which is 1 plus 2 is 3, or 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So let's plot that. We have 3, 1, 2, 3, and negative 1, 1 to the left. Now notice if we did this right, they're both the same distance away from the axis. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, hey. Now we're going to find the y-intercept. So we'd have y minus 4, and I put 0 in for x. So 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Squared is 1. Take the opposite, and that's minus 1. Then I add 4. That is 3. So I'm going to put a dot at 3. But if there's 1 unit to the left, there has to be 1 unit to the right. That's how the axis of symmetry helps us. Don't need it with the V-shaped graph because, I missed it a little bit on that side. But that's not too bad. Well, thank you. Now, if I still don't have 5 points, I like 5 points. Different teachers do it differently. Then we would plug and chug, which I'll show you in a future example. So that's where you plug a number in for x. Put a number in x to find y, and plot that point. And I will show you that in a future problem. Okay, so that is a parabola. Now, today I'm going to do nice pretty numbers, but in the future we'll do some where you got to use a calculator, and we're going to do some where you got to put it in proper form, and we're going to find what's called max and min, but that's good for now. Have a good day. Oh, by the way, this is part 1. Part 2 will be up in a minute.